I find the major point being that there's no change going to happen as the major selling point of the presentation we just heard. I've written down my comments here, so I'll stay on task. My name is Kent Brailsford. I'm a businessman who has started and run a number of businesses in Knox County. I have employed up to as many as 100 persons at one time in heavy manufacturing. I have operated service companies such as freight hauling, and I am involved in both commercial and residential real estate development. This meeting and its purpose, along with other recent events of a related nature, caused me to stand before you as a concerned citizen with great alarm and frankly fear for the future of our wonderful community. The recent defeat of a tiny 300-acre business park whose opposition was fomented by a mass of ignorance and vacuous logic indicates that we as a community do not possess the will or the leadership to grow our community. The same group of people who oppose such wanton raping of the earth, and then some of the same, are some of the same individuals who bemoan the fact that we lose manufacturing jobs to Chattanooga, Cleveland, Sparta, Nashville, and Athens. I am intimately aware of a corporation who looked very seriously at Knoxville to put an automotive parts plant in our county. In fact, they were seriously looking at the building that I own in the Westbridge Industrial Park, but chose to find a more rural community where there was more land available, and that is the point of my statement today. They were looking for a 20-acre site. They expected to have 250 to 300 jobs. We lost the opportunity because of land availability. Did I mention we lost the opportunity because of land availability? Why do you think Chattanooga is announcing multi-billion-dollar investments in their city? Why do you think Whirlpool Corporation is building a $140 million facility in Cleveland, Tennessee? Why do you think Sparta, Tennessee just announced a $1 billion automotive parts manufacturing company deciding to locate in their community? Volkswagen, Amazon, ThyssenKrupp, the list goes on and on, are locating in areas where the leaders of the community have made an unwavering commitment to have fully ready to go land properly zoned and conveniently located near interstates or four-lane highways. Did you know that the average size of request for an industrial site for corporations that are interested in Knoxville is 35 acres, the average size? We don't have anything available like that in Knoxville, and we're talking about restricting land even more. It's crazy. The Tennessee Valley Authority developed a number of mega sites throughout the 80,000 square mile TVA region. Chattanooga was one of them. Billions have been invested, jobs created. Columbus and Tupelo, Mississippi are two other mega sites. Billions have been invested in both places within 45 minutes drive of each other. Why? Because of the availability of land. Ladies and gentlemen, the availability of land is what we restrict ourselves with in the city of Knoxville and the county of Knox. We say we want jobs, and we do, but we don't want anything else that is necessary to reach that goal. Pitiful is the best word I can think of. Which brings us to the newest and greatest version of the restriction of land, a proposal before us today, championed by the same statists who want to add yet another impediment to development and job creation in our community, all in the name of that most holy and hallowed purpose of preservation, the incremental adding of regulation and the unintended consequences, and that's what we're really talking about, that each new layer brings increases the economic risk and as a result the ultimate cost to the consumer. Developers and the application of capital will only be willing to invest if such risks are rewarded. Almost every developer in this community has lost money in the last 4 years. Risk is the one factor that no one in government or the regulatory world takes into account when they propose new rules and regulations. We are now reaping what we have sown for years. Businesses are moving offshore for many reasons, but not the least of which are burdensome regulations such as OSHA, TOSHA, workers' comp insurance, threats of lawsuits, taxes, labor laws, and the list goes on and on and on. We have enough regulation governing the development of property. Nothing needs to be added. And if you take the argument that we were presented here, nothing's going to change if we add this, so why do it? I repeat, nothing needs to be added. You will fundamentally change the value of land in the county for many. Developers will be unwilling to pay current market prices for land if the use of that land is seriously hindered. I can hear the counter arguments now. We are not prohibiting development of land. We are just wanting to do it more responsibly. Hogwash. We have what is now more than enough. regulation, leave it alone and throw this misguided proposal in the round file beside your desk. Thank you.
Do we have someone else?